Alright everyone, welcome to Daytona International Speedway. It is the world center of racing and we are here for the 24 hours at Daytona. The Rolex 24, one of the most crown-jeweled endurance races on the planet. Let's get ready to go racing. It is the start of the Rolex 24. We are starting in the front of our own pack. We actually beat out a Ford GT for this spot. Absolutely insane. Everybody's going to be getting spread out here. You can see the separation of the classes going into the main thing here. Car is loose going into the first turn. Bridge back on here and get back up to speed. Excusey. Yep. So I've been starting off with cold tires going into that, slowly warming up. This time I had fully warmed up from the pre-race drive around, and so totally different feel to start off with. I'm gonna let this GT take over the front spot. We're gonna try and undercut him here on the back. It should be able to get him into the braking zone here, block him off. He's gonna hit us a little bit, but we're able to block him. Alright, Corvette C7 leads. If it was a mid-engine Corvette, it'd probably already be wrecked, unfortunately. Those guys have not had a good season, but anyways, we are off here at the Rolex. Is that... It almost looks like Bojangles as the sponsor on that car. That is insane. Okay, yeah, so starting off with already warmed up tires is a totally different feel, that is for sure. And we're able to reclaim our lead after having a slight spin out there in the first turn. But I think we should be good to go from here on out. Alright, I had to adjust my seating position because I realized that in between the 24, the row before, I ended up scooching my seat pretty far back there, and that was not going to help me out with seating position. So now we're back to where we're supposed to be, and I can see the screen like I should be, and also my voice should be a little bit closer to the microphone now. Ooh, love this car. Alright, so yeah, totally different temps as well. I think I saw the track temp was like 60 degrees. The outside temp for this year apparently is like 40 something. So this is a bit of a chilly 24. I know it was kind of chilly for I think it was 2023. Yeah, 2023, the Rolex that I went to. It was a little bit chilly, especially going on into the evening. But honestly, it was really comfortable. So I think we were only hitting maybe, I don't remember, but I think it was like 60 something is what it was running. And so once the sun came out, it was actually pretty comfy to be able to walk around and stuff. So it was pretty nice. Alright, so we are currently leaving our teammates, or not our teammates, but our class behind as we are slowly stretching this out. Definitely the start we want. But if we're doing too good, we might end up getting a bit of a handicap later on in the season, so we'll have to see how that goes. But currently doing a really good job with pacing and stuff. Look good. The tires are actually chilling. So we got the tires really warmed up. The tires are now actually slowly chilling as we race here. So thankfully with the cooler temperatures, we did end up closing up our brake ducts just a little bit just to help keep that heat inside. And also that's going to give us a little bit of an aerodynamic advantage there. And you can see we got the off throttle loose. So the front end of this car is very responsive. We don't have much downforce on the front of this vehicle because that really does lose us quite a lot of time on the main straights. And so we only have a little bit of downforce added to the front nose of this car. So once you are off throttle and not actually braking either, the front nose is really twitchy and can really run away from you. Luckily I was able to work obviously on the differential. Ooh, somebody ran off there and lost parts of their car, so a bit of an issue there in second horseshoe. Interesting, very, very interesting. But yeah, the front nose of this car can run away from you if you're not paying attention. So that's an important detail. So we should be getting, because I set everything correctly as far as I know, we should be getting a full day to night cycle here at Daytona, and we should be getting back into the day for the finish of the race. So all of that has been timed out, and mathematically it should be correct unless the settings decided to reset themselves to something stupid. And in that case, we're going to be racing in the daytime the whole time, but we should be getting a day-night cycle, which will be fun. But yeah, I was able to work with the differential, and so the rear end of the car is a little bit tighter now because we're not, it's not, we locked up the differential a little bit, so we're not spinning as many of our wheels off throttle going to throttle. So that's a little bit tighter. Yep, somebody on pit road due to some sort of issue. I think that was the car that ended up losing some body parts there in the second horseshoe. Yeah, and so you got to be real careful because we're losing all that downforce that we have at speed. And so I'm starting to turn in there, and so I have a little bit less downforce, and so the nose, front nose is lifting up, and we don't have as much downforce on those tires, so we're starting to lose some grip as we're hitting the brakes going into that. So that's kind of important to keep an eyeball on. Tire wear looks really good here. I remember with the Mustang that we were running, we had a lot of tire wear with that car. And I think the main issue that I had with that car last season was that I was racing that car like it was this car, and I think that car could not handle that. So I think upgrading and going up a class and getting Aston Martin, I think that was probably our best choice for endurance racing. As looking at the tires there, this is the old surface of Daytona too. This is not the repave that they've done more recently from when this track was scanned for Project Cars 2, so this is a little bit rougher, so we got more tire wear. But yeah, the tires seem to be wearing really, really good and nice and even and stuff. Right rear tire, right side is a little bit warmer. That's pretty typical for my driving style. Typically, really do load up the right side. I am kind of liking the fact that the rear tire is wearing a bit more there, has a little bit more heat to it, because that really, that tells me something. That tells me I have this car set up right, because I love being able to have a slightly, ever so slightly, loose rear end of the car. I like having the rear end be able to step out a little bit in the corners, just because that kind of helps me get the car to turn. Totally messed that up because I was thinking through what I was telling you there. And yes, we do have a night cycle that should work properly here. This is going to be cool. Alright, so hit the brakes. But yeah, so that's telling me there that we got a pretty decent setup to help the rear end kind of slip and slide around a little bit. Because that's one thing that I really like about for my NASCAR setups for the short tracks, is being able to have the rear end kind of slip out ever so slightly. Because that just helps me make the turn, especially at like Bristol or Richmond. Helps me out with that. So being able to have a loose rear end on the car really does kind of help me out with my driving. You want everything in the setup to be helping you to do the main thing that you want to do. Alrighty, we are getting close to sundown here. It's going to be time to turn on the lights here in just a minute. And the lights are on. Everybody else got them on too. Able to turn them on right there. 1, 2, brake. Get through the bus stop here. Nice and done. And we're also watching our temps, and we got a good setup on the air temp and air intake there in the front. We're running about 176. Obviously, we got cooler temperatures, so during the night that might drop down. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But that is one thing I typically end up having an issue with, is the engine getting too hot just because of my driving style, and end up slowly increasing engine damage. So that's one thing that I really wanted to watch out for. So yeah, so see, coming into here with really not really on throttle, which I just totally kind of messed up my entry there, so that's why I wasn't really on throttle there, because I was trying to let the car coast into the turn, which saves us a little bit of time. But I like to try and get in there and slowly go down on the gears while I'm working on braking, and then be able to hit the throttle as I kind of reach apex. But that doesn't always work out for me. Doesn't always work out for me. And we do have the GTP guys. They are slowly going to start working their way through the field here. And there was a weird shadow there in the middle of the track. I don't know what that was. I'm guessing somebody lost a bumper there and it hasn't phased out yet. That is something that I've seen before. Currently, the entire field is still racing. We haven't had anybody leave, and we are now in the nighttime session, which is really, really cool. Gotta hit my brakes, turn in, and tire wear looking really, really good. Alright, so I'm not having the best lap times. Much of my engine tip there, as well as the temperatures are going to continue to drop here at Daytona. And we see we're wide open there through the corner, so we're actually able to get a little bit of that temp out because we're not partial throttle, so we are really letting that engine eat the nice cool air there. Yeah, see, I gotta watch when I hit that thing to go down a gear, because if I do it too soon, ooh boy, the car gets unhappy. It's not bad, but just gotta be nice and careful with it, especially with the cooler temps, because we're gonna have a little bit less grip with the tires on this track. So that's something I gotta watch out for here, just so that we're not slipping and sliding as the tires start getting a little bit cooler when racing on this. We have really not gotten separated that much from the LMP2 guys. I am really surprised that they have not driven away from us. But also engaging that on the fact that I was running a GT4 as the GTD series. So yeah, that's why we were getting passed a lot. So I'm now running GTD Pro with the GTE cars. So that's kind of separating what I would expect. So we're doing really, really good to be that close to the LMP2 guys. NMP1 is slowly working their way through, and when they come through, we'll have to be nice and courteous and try and let them by. One brake, two brake. Wasn't the best brake. I gotta get into a groove here. I'm still leading though, so I mean, it's not bad, and we're not seeing any wacky tire wear, so we're doing what we need to. And those guys have not really left. I haven't driven away from them, so they are there. They are a threat. So I'm not totally driving away from it. I'm just being able to keep them away. There's definitely some weird bumpers that have been ripped off at some point during this race that are just kind of sitting on the track there. So that's kind of funny to see. As long as they don't materialize and become a solid mass, we are good, which I don't think should be an issue. Alright, a little bit better into that. We didn't have the weird shifting down and losing control, but also I didn't get slowed down in time to be able to start really accelerating during apex of the turn there, which would have been kind of helpful. Alright, the GTP cars have caught up to us, and they are going to be getting around us here in a bit. Some of the funnest racing happens right here in the most dangerous part of my night, potentially, as we got the whole horde back there slowly working their way through. Let's see, he's going to reach me. I need to stop braking. There we go. Let him go around. That worked out pretty good. So I totally messed up the entrance to the bus stop, but we will continue on. Alright, I'm taking the bottom. They can have the top if they so desire, which they should be able to use. I really need to get some better lap times going on. It's not terrible, but I would like to have a few better lap times going on here. yeah, the takeover speed that these guys have versus mine is really, really cool there. Ooh, much better through there. We actually gained a little bit of time. Very, very nice. That is what we're looking for. I think part of it is having other cars to gauge the braking speed is helpful sometimes. When you're by yourself, sometimes you don't gauge it correctly because you got all this space to use, and you're like, hey, I want to use this space as best as I can. Alright, dude, I'm coming down now. Meeting the outside. There you go. Yep, he is off. Alright, so we're a little faster this lap, which is a lot faster because we've been like a second, almost 2 seconds slower than my fastest time. So currently I'm running 200ths quicker. NMP2 guys coming to pit road. Totally a way too early turn in there for the bus stop, but we will go with it, losing a little bit of speed. But we made it through. Technically we didn't cut the track, we just ran wide of the track, so should not be any IMSA penalties inbound. Yeah, those ghost bumpers that were going through with the headlights on the track, those things are creepy. Creepy. Slowing down, throttle up, go. Ab slow that time. That's okay. Oh, we got an LMP car behind us. I think that's because he ended up hitting, I believe. Yeah, LMP1 car. We have passed an LMP1 car, so he's having some sort of issue somewhere. I'm not sure where he is. Ah, there he is. So he was either on pit road there, or he ended up having some major repair issues, because I'd say he should be ahead of us, and he's not. So yeah, that's an LMP car guy right there in front of us, so he ended up having some issues, so he's on the same lap with us. So yeah, there's definitely been some damage and some wrecking going on this track with having the AI aggression a little bit higher. And so that is something that I'm kind of excited. So I might have to up that a little bit more, because I do want to see a little bit more of that aggression. The AI making mistakes and stuff. Even if it costs me, I kind of want to see that, because that's just realism. And I am all for that. If we can get that realism in, that we got AI going for the same spot and wrecking themselves out, by all means. Also, if it happens to benefit me when I am slow and not doing so good in my class, and the front of my class decides to wreck itself out and I win, that works out too. By the way, guys, so this is the Florida racing team here in IMSA Motorsports, running the Aston Martin. If you already watched the Royal before the Rolex, you know why we're racing this car. And so if you want some Florida racing team merch, you can always check that out down in the description below, as I do have the shop open and ready to go. You can get some nice, cheap and cool looking stickers. You can get coffee mugs if you drink coffee like I do, because I need coffee in the morning to wake myself up. And also it's good for hot chocolate as well, of course. And also hot apple cider as well is always good. But anyways, you can check out the mugs, and from what I've tested, the designs are dishwasher safe, which is nice. Really good quality on that. And haven't had any of my designs wash off of the mugs so far, so they last pretty long. So really good quality. So if you guys want to check out the merch shop, you can check that out in the links below. If you guys want to use any of the gear that I use, whether that be my headset, keyboard, or other stuff that I use on the channel, for whether that's Combustion Farmer or CombustionGamer, I got the links for those in Amazon down below, as I am an Amazon affiliate and do earn from purchases that might occur. So anyways, guys, if you want to help support the channel, you can check those links out below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means a lot, and I'm just having fun here. Racing at Daytona. Can't wait to actually be here for the I don't think, yeah, I'm not doing the Rolex this year, just time-wise and money-wise. The prices on the tickets have kind of jumped up, which is fine. Good for them. It means they're getting lots of people to see the event, so that's really cool. So I'm not going to be able to make it to that, but we'll be at the Roar before, as long as I don't have any weird sickness or any other issues pop up, but we'll definitely be there for the Roar. So actually that probably has already happened, so a video potentially will be popping up on the Combustion Guy's YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Was really excited last year to be able to see the Ford GTD Mustang roll out. The cars sounded so good, and man, the cars were beautiful. Those were beautiful looking cars. Really did like that. And yeah, can't wait to see how they do this next year. Obviously, it's a startup program. They are working pretty hard to figure it out, and can't wait to see how much else they're able to get put together with that team. That is definitely neat. So anyways, we're still racing through the night here. Daytime still has not arrived. Got those invisible bumpers starting to pop up a little bit more on the track, and still nobody has wrecked out of the race so far, so everybody being able to keep it pretty clean, and we have actually driven away a bit from our competition, slowly eking out a bigger lead. Typically that does happen for me during the night, as I just tend to have a little bit of a better, I won't say, yeah, I think it's more setup. It's just the car's able to do a little bit better with the setup that I have. It's just with the setup that I'm using, typically have a little bit of a better racing setup for the nighttime. Any hotter temperatures, that's where I typically end up having issues with the cars. Just having a hot, greasy racetrack to race on, typically don't have the best results with that. Let's see, the LMP1 guys, they have done 14 laps so far around this track. I don't know how many I have done, but I know it's not 14. So imagining the actual people doing this for longer stints, like 2 hour to 3 hour to 4 hour stints, that's insane. I'm glad they have the opportunity to do it. And they typically do a very, very good job at it as well. So really cool to watch them. But yeah, having fun here, just having my 36-minute race. That we're actually getting the day to night cycle and temperature change and all that. Getting a little bit of a taste of it. It's a fun experience for sure. And really do like that. I think Project Cars 2 is very underrated in the community, and I wish that EA Sports had been smart and actually kept the franchise going. Unfortunately, EA Sports is EA Sports and decided to kill it off with Project Cars 3. Project Cars 3 is not bad, but they definitely went heavy on the simcade and extremely light on anything simulation style. Ooh, there we go. So see the light actually get darker before the dawn there. That is really, really cool. It is super dark right now, as we're going to be getting into dawn here soon on the track, as I can feel that coming. That's going to be pretty cool. So have set the Daytona here for dry one. We will see about potentially having rain in some other races, but just kind of wanted a dry Daytona for this one. But we'll see about getting a wet race in a little bit later on. But man, this has been fun. We only got a little bit of damage on the rear end of the car. We've been keeping the car really, really cool. Look at that, temperatures 161 in the inch. Good night, that thing's staying nice and cool. Good, good, good. Typically I have overheating issues with my car's setup, so luckily we're able to work on that to get that fixed. That is sweet. I like that very, very, very much. My GTD car there getting past me. I'm actually past some LMP2 guys. LMP2 cars, they tend to have some issues with their cars where they end up pitting a lot. I'm not sure if it's tire degradation or some sort of issue with like the wings that they end up having fallen off or something, but they typically seem to have a lot of issues in the LMP2 class compared to the other ones. Not sure why, but they do. Alright, so I'm going to take a voice break here, and we're just going to go racing, let you listen to the car, and we're going to race here into the dawn, and then I will come back with my voice rested, and we will let you know what's going on. Alrighty guys, dawn is here. Beautiful pink skies. Looking awesome. Actually got a little bit of fog coming in. Look at that, just a little bit of fog here in the morning. That's insane. Ooh, got a giant piece of car right there in the middle of nowhere. But we actually have ground fog slowly rising off of the track here this morning. That is insane. I did not know that that was an option in the game. That is beautiful. Love it. Yeah, we actually got our GTE Florida Racing teammate up here. He has not had a good race apparently, as he has fallen back pretty far. But yeah, morning is here, as we only have 5 minutes in race time, but only a few hours left in the race itself. I can actually turn off my headlights here. Save a little bit of alternator power. Got a little bit of engine damage starting to creep up from our 24 hours of racing. We also got just a little bit of front end damage from hitting the LMP2 car that decided to be slow in front of me. But yeah, look at the ground fog. I did not know that that was a thing. That is so cool, man. There's so much about this game that is incredible. It's just insane how good this game was. And still is. I mean, the graphics, sure, we could argue that the graphics should be better, but I'm honestly fine with them. I think this is honestly peak graphics. Some of the newer graphics stuff just looks so weird, honestly. Some of the graphics in games just, they look off. I don't know what it is, just lighting, something, it looks off. Whereas this game just looks so close to realism. It's really good. Also, too, that it can be rendered really good by the Xbox One X that I got here as well. I wish I had this on PC. I wish EA Sports would bring this game back and update it and all that stuff if they could. I really would love to see that, but unfortunately, they messed it up, so gotta work with what I got. This is what we got, and I love it. Yeah, we only got a few minutes left here in the race, counting down, hours passing by, and I cannot tell you how much I have loved this. I have loved every second of it. This is just, love it. Yep, so there's my teammate there. Yeah, I believe he's in the 76. I believe that's my teammate, so he's there. Beautiful looking Florida racing car, not having the best nights. But we'll have to see where he ends up finishing. I think he's running pretty far back, unfortunately for him. But one of those things, first time having a two-car team set up here for the season. Not sure if we're bringing him back a whole lot. We've sure had him on Daytona just to have two cars, which is really good. But yeah, not sure if we're going to bring him back anytime soon, though. We really loved having another car out here representing Florida racing here at our home track of Daytona. Really cool. We continue to lead our class. Looks like, yeah, the one guy has, I think it's either the Corvette or the GT. I'm not sure which one it is. Yeah, having a little bit of nose damage there, slowly hitting us on speed. Also, potentially, if our teammate there had damage from a wreck or something, he might have pitted and gotten some newer tires, so he might have a little bit of grip, but he seems to be running with us pretty good there. See, we can't gain a little bit here. We gained quite a bit, slowly losing it. We don't have new tires, we have older tires, so I'm not expecting any faster lap times as we're catching it. I believe this guy's a GT3 car. Yeah, I can actually see the group that's chasing me for the lead here. So we only got a little while to go, so we can't have any mess ups right now. So thank you for staying over there, dude. Thank you very much. Let me by. So we actually passed some of the other GTD class style cars. I wasn't sure if we were actually going to get that done, but we did, which I love it. Love it a lot. That is just so cool. We are closing in on the final lap here. I'm not sure if we're going to get back to the line before the time expires or not. And I got to remember that there is a weird lap system that they do sometimes with this. I got to make sure that I'm actually coming into the pit road on the cooldown lap and not an actual racing lap, or else we're going to lose all this wonderful position that we got. We got NMP2 cars behind us. Those guys are going to be catching us, so I think we're going to be safe from anybody from behind as long as we don't have a catastrophic wreck. Oh man, racing day to night at Daytona. That is so neat. That is so neat. I know it's just a video game, but man, it is one of the funnest video games I own. And I love it very much, guys. Also to the sound as well, because I mean, once again, gotta give a lot of credit to the, I think it's Codemasters that did this game. They did such a good job with this. I mean, the graphics look incredible. The sounds in game, just man, so good. And the tracks really well put together. I mean, they did an awesome job. So all those people that worked on this, thank you so much, because you gave the world a really good game here. And I still get to enjoy it. So thank you guys for that, because this game is so much fun to work with. And so close to really good simulation as well. I know people argue back and forth whether it's Simcade or simulation. I tend to go with simulation myself, but I digress because that's just my opinion. But I love this game a whole lot. Alright, time has expired. We'll see if we get final lap signal here or not. I got an LMP2 car behind me here, so he's going to try and get past me. If I can finish in front of an LMP2 car, that is going to be insane. I think there is an LMP2 car that's behind me somewhere. Yeah, this one guy I think is coming up behind me is actually behind me, like a lap or so. Oh, sorry about that. Came up just a little bit and ended up slowing him down. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. I'm not sure. We're going to see here. 1 lap to go. We got 1 lap to go here, because we get double zeros in the top left corner when it's race end. So we are still racing here. This is still on the clock racing, and we're not going to have any weird finishes like the Penske finish there, which was very strange how they threw that flag. That was very interesting that they shortened the race there for the Penske cars to win. Very interesting. We're not having any of that. We are going the full thing. We're going to be a little bit over time with extra laps, but that is fine with me. Another BMW we can pass here. There's going to be a few GTE and GT3 cars that are going to be multiple laps down to just me. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all works. Dude, I want the bottom. Okay, I guess you're going to give me the top. Beautiful paint scheme, by the way. I like that. That's a nice BMW paint scheme. Congratulations. I like that paint scheme, dude. Alrighty. Coming into the bus stop. Hopefully final time. I think it's final time. And I'm only, according to the thing, I'm only 2 minutes and 56 seconds behind the NMP1 guys, if I'm reading that ticker there correctly. And I still got an NMP2 car behind me. That's going to be neat. Let's see, I see some cars hitting pit road, so that might be the GTP guys being done already. Let me see here, and race is over. I am the class winner of the GTD Pro class and overall winner of GTD Pro. That is, oh, that's fun. Do a nice fun victory lap here around Daytona. Oh, I love this car. This car did really good. This is going to be a fun car for my IMSA-like season that I'm going to try and run once again this year. We'll have to see how things go for 2026, but if things are still going as planned, we will have a move up to the LMP2 cars probably for 2026, and that will be fun. And this same car, by the way, will be going to Le Mans, as I do plan on running the Le Mans race this year for my Project Cars 2 series as well. Get this car entered. Oh, man, this is so much fun. I love the Daytona High Banks. Just such a fun track to run. And with these cars is a whole lot of fun as well. Gonna get around here to the front stretch and we'll see if this car can do a burnout. I'm not sure if it can, but oh, look at all the dirt that just built up on the car. That is just insane. Get through the cones here. We're going to get this car here up. Slightly Mad Studios. I think they worked with Codemasters, though. But I get confused by all the studios that work on stuff. But man, all those guys, you guys did a great job with this game. Thank you guys so much for all the hard work you put into it, because I absolutely love this game and have a lot of fun racing with it as well. And don't forget as well that you guys too can visit Florida, so make sure you come out and check that out. Burnout, baby! Winner of the GTD class. We are rednecks, and we do burnouts at Daytona. Yes, we do it, and we are burning it down. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fun. I love this series, and we're going to have a lot more fun with it in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys here next time on the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel. Let me know what you think of these videos. I love it, but obviously you might have some different takes on it as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys here next time. Like, subscribe, check out the shop, and we will be here next time with you with more gaming videos. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.